Hello everyone, welcome back to the Summer of Animation here on the slasherkz channel. I'm your host slasherkz, and it is a great honor and privilege to have you guys here today. Today we are reviewing the 1950, I should have checked this before I started this recording, Bugs Bunny short, Devil May Hare, directed by Robert McKimson. Now this is a very significant short because it is the first appearance of the Tasmanian Devil. Taz, as he's known more so now. This was his first appearance, and he's quite different, I suppose, from his later incarnations. But one thing to say about Taz, first off, is that specifically in the Golden Era, which is basically what you call all the Looney Tunes shorts from the 1930s to like the mid-60s, that's the Golden Era, where, you know, animation was, taken actually seriously at Warner Brothers, and it was like actually like, they spent money on it. So, and then, they did stuff like that, so that's the Golden Era. But the real origin of Taz, I think, is kind of interesting because, Bugs Bunny, during this era, his main rival was Elmer Fudd and technically Daffy Duck. So they had that main rival for him. But then all the other creators out there, directors want to give him new foes. Like Chuck Jones gave him Marvin the Martian. First Freeling gave him Yosemite Sam, and finally Robert McKimson, the final main director. Sorry, my breathing is very bad today. Robert McKimson with Taz. Now Taz is the least utilized one out of the Golden Era. He only appeared in 5 classic shorts, all of them including Bugs Bunny, which I think is really great. But out of like the main Star Looney Tunes, like I said, he was the one that was used probably the most. Maybe him and Speedy Gonzales. Because Speedy Gonzales, yes, he was in like a few classic shorts, but it was mainly his run during the Patty Freeling era of 1960s that they got his work actually cut out for him. But anyway, yeah. So here's Taz here, and as you can see, he looks a bit different than what you usually see him. I mean, he's a bit more square-shaped. His mouth doesn't really have the big cheeks that you know him as, and the teeth. But the really big characteristic of Taz, he has the spinning, he has the garbled vocals that we know him for, and in this short mainly, he's just trying to catch bugs and wants to eat them, but because he's so dumb, he can't really do it, which I think is pretty funny. But of course, no cold ground. It's my favorite line in the goddamn short. I love it. Of course, Taz wasn't really the most popular Looney Tune back in the Golden Age. Of course, it was like Bugs, Daffy, Sylvester, all the main ones, even Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote there. But Taz really hit his stride until the 90s, because everybody knows, like, back in the 90s, Looney Tunes got a big resurgence with shows like Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Tazmania, which, of course, Tazmania is the show about Taz, which I have not seen. It's a funny show, because, it's about Taz's life and family, and everyone talks in complete sentences but Taz. Taz is the one who still does his, like, stuff like that. That was my Taz imitation. I don't know if it's good or not. Probably not. But it was a really unique concept, and, whenever you speak of Looney Tunes, main cast, he's usually brought up, especially from 90s onward, because he's a recognizable icon, and he's really one of those cartoon characters that has really stood the test of time. And of course he's going to be in Space Jam: A New Legacy when that comes out mid-July, which I'm very excited to see. But it's great stuff. It's great stuff. And one thing I want to do first off, this gag here is great, where he turns into an inflatable raft. Don't know how he would still be alive then, but, it's animation. You don't really pay attention to it. So the reason why I'm doing 2 Looney Tunes shorts in a row is because my last... because I wanted to spread these out, from Disney and stuff like that, but... The reason why is because my other commentary from last week, Point of Stew, which was a Family Guy short, got claimed by Disney, and they still haven't released it. I disputed it, but they haven't released it yet. So I decided to go ahead and just stick with Looney Tunes here, because I know there wasn't really that big of an issue with the last one, which was Bunker Hill Bunny about 2 weeks ago. So I decided to go ahead and have this, because I recorded this in Bunker Hill Bunny in the same session, so at least I could have these all done, ready to go. So thank God I had this short queued up on my laptop, just there, and it was good stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy 2 Looney Tunes commentaries in a row. But obviously, after these 2, you won't see any Looney Tunes shorts for maybe like a week or 2, just so we can spread out and try new things, you know. There you go. And I just noticed, my God, Taz is ridiculously short. I mean, he was short in general, but I didn't think he was that short. That's kind of crazy. Like, just how big he is. I don't really know his exact height, but of course he's. Who puts a phone in a goddamn tree? Like, I'm sorry. What? First off, how did you get service in a tree, and how did it fit there? I need to know the story about this goddamn phone. There's so many things, like, I need to know about it. Anyway, and how Bugs pulls back his skin for a watch, I don't know. And, there, oh, perfect, yes, the female Tasmanian Devil, which is also the second, one of the greatest second, things in the short. Yeah. You know, it's fun. There you go. One of my favorite parts. My second favorite part in here. Like, it's so nonsensical, but it's so funny. I love it. Oh, it's great. It's great. This is a great short. It's really fun, and I'm glad that he got to make a main character out of Taz, and it's really funny. But that concludes this week's commentary. We're running out of time here. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you go and smash the like button. I'll see you next time for another Summer of Animation commentary. So #slashes, and I'll see you guys next time.